Good morning, this is the latest market news. I'm Uliana. Asian stocks were mixed Tuesday as fears of US military intervention in Syria damped regional risk sentiment. Regional stocks started the day lower after US Secretary of State John Kerry said Monday that the recent use of chemical weapons against Syrian civilians is a moral obscenity, raising expectations that the US could take military action against Syria. The comments came late in the US trading session and made Wall Street close in negative territory, which gave a negative lead to Asia. Some markets recovered as the day progressed, with most indexes trading around the break-even mark. Japan's Nikkei was down less than 0.1%, Australia's ASX 200 was flat and South Korea's Kospi was up 0.4%. In China, Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index fell 0.3% and the Shanghai Composite was down 0.2%. Fears of further instability in the Middle East pushed the price of oil higher, with US light sweet crude futures for delivery in October up 0.5% at $106.41 a barrel. The US dollar has continued to drift lower overnight, with perceptions over when the US Federal Reserve will begin to taper its QE bond program once more dominating sentiment. Quickly becoming the only driver of markets, investors have continued to analyze US data flows to see whether the fundamental numbers support the underlying expectation. The greenback traded at 98.27 yens compared with 98.49 late Monday in New York, while the Australian dollar fell below the 0.9 mark to $0.8984 compared with 0.9030. The outlook for Germany's economy, based on sentiment in the country's trade and industry sectors, is today's focus for economic news in Europe via the IFO Institute. Later in the trading day, two key US benchmarks are scheduled for updates: the Case-Shiller House Price Index and the Conference Board Consumer Confidence Index. Germany IFO Business Climate Index (AGMT). The return of growth in the Eurozone's second quarter GDP report raises expectations that the second half of 2013 will bring upbeat news. The market will be keenly focused on today's IFO survey, which offers another perspective on the mood among German businesses. Economists think we'll see a modest rise in business climate indicator to 107 from July's 106.2, according to Bloomberg's median estimate from analysts. It was the latest market news provided by ICO FX. Goodbye.